Welcome to video 2. So I'm here to talk about a couple of other theorems that are in this section. Theorem 4.4 says the acute angles of a right triangle are complementary. This goes back to knowing that the three angles in a triangle add to equal 180 degrees. So in a right triangle, remember, one of the angles is 90 degrees, so that takes out 90 of that 180. Remember, complementary means that they add to equal 90 degrees, so that means those two acute angles in a right triangle have to add to equal 90 degrees. So that's a fast, easy way to find some angle measures in a right triangle. Our next one, we have the exterior angle of a triangle is greater than the measure of either of the remote interior angles. That goes back to that exterior angle theorem where we said angle 1 equals angle 2 plus angle 3. So what it's telling me is this outside angle has got to be bigger than either one of those two angles, which hopefully should make sense since these two have to add together to equal that one. So that's what those two theorems say. Then we have the third angles theorem, which is going to help us in some of our proofs in just a little bit. If angle 1 equals angle 4, so I'm marking those congruent, and angle 2 equals angle 5. So if it makes sense, if these are the same measure, then when we add it and subtract from 180, that means the angles that are left must also be the same measure. So hopefully that makes sense. So for example, if angle 1 was 50 degrees and angle 2 was 30 degrees, that means this one is also 50, this one is also 30, from knowing that they're congruent. That means the angle 3 would have to be 100 degrees for both of them. So that's what the third angles theorem is. So example 3, we want to find the measures of the acute angles of the right triangle. So this is trying to use one of the theorems that I had just talked about, being that this is a right triangle. We know this is 90 degrees. So we're trying to kind of use a shortcut to figure out what x is. So it said that the two acute angles in a right triangle must be complementary, which please remember means complementary means they add to equal 90 degrees. So since 2x and x minus 6 are my two acute angles for the triangle, I could write the equation 2x plus x minus 6 equals 90. And that would be my easiest way to figure it out because I already have 90 degrees there. You could also do 2x plus x minus 6 plus 90 equals 180, but this is just kind of the shorter version. So then from here, combine my like terms to solve. 2x plus x is 3x, minus 6 equals 90. Then you have to add 6 to both sides. So it would be 3x equals 96, and then divide by 3. So x equals 32. Being that it wants me to find the measures of the acute angles of this right triangle, all I did was find x. I need to take it and plug it back in. So the 2x, 2 times 32 would be 64. Then x minus 6, so 32 minus 6 would give me 26. So the three measures in this triangle would be 64, 26, and 90. So here's your U-try problem. So I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to look at that and see if you can come up with the answers for the measures of angle 1, angle 2, and angle 3.